Hi, welcome to another session in this course. We are going to be looking at slicers and cards. So let us start with a card. So if you come to this section, you will see card. So let us click on it and then we have this. So come to, let me come to other amounts. If I click on other amounts, you can see that it has given us the total of other amount. So this is a form of card and it's a way that we can present aggregate in our visualization. So this is showing the aggregate of all of the amount that was generated for this particular year. So this is how it is done. We can also do some formatting. If I come here, I can come here. If I click on this, it can give us other options, average, minimum, maximum, count distance, and all sort of things. But here, I'm going to be staying with the sum, which is the total. I can rename it, so I can say total other amounts. So, and I will press enter. You can see that this has changed here. So we can format it by coming to this section here and then from general. So we can actually give it a title. If I click on the title here, I can write something there as title, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to off it and then we can give it some effects. So assuming we want to give it a background color, we can give this and then we can give some transparency and give you some visual border. You can also give some shadows. So you see, but you do not need to do all of this. I'm just showing us this to let us know that these options are available. So you can also look at the visual part where we can look at the values. So assuming we want to increase the font, we can increase the font. If we want to increase the color, change the color, we say, okay, let it be this color, and then, and so on and so forth. So, these are some of the things that we can do. We can also look at the label. So, if you want to increase it, you can see that it has increased. I want to make it bold. So, if I want to change the color, you can do something like this. And that is how we can work with our card. It is a very powerful visual when we are building our dashboard. Now, let us look at another type of visual, which is a slicer. So when you come here, you will see it here, a slicer. Let's click on it. Oh, sorry, card. So let's leave that place and then let's come to slicer. So slicer is what we can use to filter our visualizations. So let me put this and let me put gender here. Let me put gender. So you can see that we have our gender here, male and female. So if I click on male, you can see that this is the total for the male. And the same thing has happened for this other visualization. If I click for female, you can see that the value has changed and the same thing for all of these other visualization. So let me format this slicer so that we can look at it more deeply. So you come to this place, you can see slicer settings. You can see general here, where you can give it title, effects, and co. So let's look at slicer settings. So we can change the settings to vertical. This is a vertical list. We can change it to drop down. If I change it to drop down, I think let me increase the font first. So let's increase the fonts. You can see now that we have a drop down, and then let me bold it. So this is a drop down. If I click on this drop down, you can see female, male, and you can click on them, you can click on them, and then you can see a small eraser here. This, when you click on it, it clears all the filters. So let us look at another option here. We can remove slicer header. If I click on it, there is no header there. So you can also come back to slicer settings and use another form, which is a tile. If you use a tile, you can see this is female and this is male. So if I click on female here, you can see. If I click on male here, you can see. And if I want to erase it, I just click on it again and then I have unchecked it. So the data set for this particular project is in the description of this particular video. You can download it and use it to practice and follow along in this video. So this is how filters work and also the cards in data in the Power BI visualization. Thank you very much until we meet in the next one.